Howdy you lot. Now this is my RC bag, as some of you may well be aware. I got asked a question a few times to do an updated version of what's in the bag that I carry around, the RC bag. So I thought, well, I better have a little look then, hadn't I? Now I've done a couple of videos of what's in the bag that I carry with me when I go out with RC cars, and it's probably pretty much going to be the same. But there are a few differences, so that's why I've decided to do another video of it. So it's all the same bag. It's the Stanley Fat Max. Pretty cool bag actually. Really good bag for this kind of stuff. It is a bit bulky. It is, you know, it's big and bulky. It's got the hard bottom on it and things, but it's a nice bag. I used to just have your ordinary backpack, which is alright as well. You know, you have whatever you want, but this is quite a nice bag. I'm glad I invested in it. So, normally there's a lot more things in this side pocket, but I've used a lot of it. So all I've got in here is some thread lock and seal medium strength removable grade thread lock, just for, you know, bits and bobs that might need to be thread locked. I've usually got a couple of different types, but I've run out. I've got to get some more, so that's why that's a bit empty. This is where I keep my little fuel bottle. This is where I keep my fuel bottle. It goes in there like that. You know, when I'm out and about, obviously this will be full up with fuel, and as and when I need it, I can just take it out, fill it up, back in. So it's pretty handy. So I'm going to put you on the tripod for the rest of it, because I need two hands to go through the bag. Oh, there we go. I think we're pretty much all in shot now. So that's what we've got on the outside anyway. Sometimes I put things in this pocket if I need to get to stuff quickly. We've got the front pocket which unzips like that. We just got some spares, got some pins for the wheels and some wheel nuts, 14mm wheel nuts, spare ones for Savages and bits and bobs like that, whatever else it'll fit on. Allen keys, glow plug socket, wheel socket, that kind of stuff lives in there. I just kind of put random things in there if I need random things. And then as we get further down, we've got Toolbox, lives on the right hand side, always goes on the right hand side. I like it on the right hand side. And fuel stays in there on the left hand side, obviously depending what kind of fuel I'm taking. This was the last fuel that I used, so it's the last fuel that was left in the bag. Some get the smaller containers, can't you, that are smaller than this, the 2 litre ones or whatever. They'll obviously go in there and leave me with a bit more room, but as it is, the toolbox and the fuel fit in there rather nicely. So that's that. And there's nothing else in the bottom of the bag, little straps to strap things down. In the top compartment here, I've got one glow starter. I normally take with me 2 or 3 glow starters in case one goes flat. Then I've got the other 2 to back up, because there's nothing worse than you might travel out somewhere. You might be quite far away from home, and if your glow starter goes flat, you can't start your car up, can you? You know, it could ruin your day. So at least if you take 1 or 2 backups, I mean the other 2 are out the bag because they've been on charge and they're sitting on the bench at the moment and charging up. This one's fully charged, so it lives in the bag. So we got that in there, and it's got little strap. If I wanted to, I could velcro it shut if I really wanted to. Like I say, normally a couple of glow starters in there, and if sometimes I add things to the bag depending on where I go. So this is like the glow starter pouch. So if I'm going out somewhere, also the engine heater lives in there, and so will the LiPo battery for the engine heater if I need that. That will live in there as well. It's like the glow starter engine department, you know. I'll also take the charger for the glow starters, and that will go in there. If I'm going to be somewhere that there might be electric, I'll, you know, plug the glow starters to keep them charged up if I need to. Maybe I'll stop at a cafe somewhere, you know, I'll charge them up while I'm out. Now the new addition actually to my bag, and I haven't finished adding it in yet. I've got to go and buy some other little bits, but I've decided I've got 3 of these gas soldering irons, and I thought to myself, well, I've got 3 gas soldering irons, so why are they just sitting around in toolboxes at home? So I thought, well, I'm going to put one in my tool bag because they're very handy. So I picked this Weller one. I got one Weller one, and I got two, I forget what the other brands are, different makes, all the same thing, just gas soldering irons. But I decided to put the Weller one in this bag. So I got some tip cleaner there, sponge. I've got this solder, just a cheap lead-free solder, just to keep in here. But I have got some leaded solder, which I prefer. I do prefer using leaded solder. It just solders so much better. I've got some of that, but I've only got one reel of it, and I like to keep it on the bench while I do my repairs on the CBs and everything like that. So I'm going to get another reel of leaded solder, which will go with this eventually. But for now, I've got that in there. Obviously, I've got my different attachments, my blowtorch and all that kind of stuff, and my little spanner for changing the things. Nice soldering iron, actually. It's a WP3EU if you're interested in what one it is. Very good iron, does a good job, and I like it. I really do like it. It's very nice iron, very handy as well. So now what I've got to buy, it's got some gas in it at the moment, don't know if you can see, but I have got to buy, I've run out of gas, so when I get a little bottle of lighter fluid, that will probably live in this pocket on the side, to be honest with you, because it'll be a can, so that will probably live in there. It might slot next to it, it might slot in that little gap there. So that's one of the other things I've got to go and buy. So I've got to buy some solder and some gas, spare gas for me soldering on, because no point in having it if I run out of gas while I'm out and about, would there? And the other thing that I need to buy to put in here, because I've only got a little tub of it, and I don't want to. I could take some out, I suppose, and put it in the toolbox. That's a good idea. I might take some heat shrink out. I've got little spaces in my toolbox. I might fill this up with heat shrink, but just a heat shrink, like, so if I'm out and about and one of the battery wires comes off of a battery, or just a wire comes off of something somewhere, if I've got the heat shrink there, I've got the soldering iron to solder it back on, got the heat shrink, got blowtorch built into the soldering iron, I've also got a lighter in the toolbox. I can repair it properly there and then. I won't have to bodge it up with tape, so I can do proper running repairs while I'm out and about if battery wire comes off or something like that. So as I say, I've still got some stuff on the list. There's gas, heat shrink, and better solder, leaded solder. But yeah, man, that's what's in my bag of bits. This bag I take whenever I go on a proper RC trip, you know. We've all seen what's inside the toolbox in the past, but I'll show you what I keep in here. I used to have a bigger toolbox, but in recent years I've downscaled, and this is a nice size toolbox. I've got some spare R-clips for bodies. I've got some clutch shoes there, and springs. I've only got one clutch shoe for some reason, aluminium one. I don't know what happened to the other ones. The tester glow plug for testing me glow starters to make sure that they're alive. Some random Allen keys, little double-ended spanner, wheel socket, wheel line, whatever you want to call them, for glow plugs and tyre irons. HPI one, that is a genuine HPI one. Nice. And I've been playing around with this, so I've got, for some reason, I like to keep a glow starter in the toolbox. I know you're going to think, we've got them all over the place, but my thinking is, I've done this in the past without actually thinking too hard. I've left my bag, so like if I'm somewhere I don't want to carry, I don't want to, for whatever reason, sometimes I've left my bag, you know, in some place, and I've just literally taken out the toolbox and held it by the handle, and I've just walked along with the toolbox. But then I've left my glow starters in the bloody bag, haven't I? I haven't thought about it. So I also keep one in the toolbox. In case I forget to take it out of the bag, I've got one in the bloody toolbox as well. So, and I've got my screwdrivers, I've got a random cable tie in there. In the bottom there, I've got a toothbrush, in case I need to brush my teeth, and another socket thing. This one's a different type. Some Allen keys. Oh, can you see that? Some Allen keys, different types, imperial and metric. Side cutters, very handy side cutters. Set of long nose pliers. There's a paintbrush in there as well, some more cable ties, and some fuel tube, just in case I lose a bit of fuel tube somewhere. So yes, there we go. Sometimes the hinges get stuck. Yeah, man. And that's a nice little toolbox, and that fits in there lovely jubbly. Obviously, if I end up taking a smaller bottle of fuel, what I'll do is I'll put the toolbox that way. That way it gives me a bit more space to put transmitters and stuff in there, because I can, with it like that, and with that bottle of fuel in there, I can actually fit a transmitter in there. So all I have to do is have the bag on my back, carry the car in my hand, and the transmitter is fitted inside the bag. Lovely. But sometimes, let me just get up. I haven't got any of the other bottles of fuel that are this shape but smaller, but sometimes if I want to take a different fuel like this one, so I can fit that one there like that, that bottle of fuel will fit nice there, and look, I've got all this space to put whatever. I mean, I could even take 2 bottles of fuel if I needed to. Look, that'd go in there like that, and I could fit the transmitter in there. Let me get a transmitter. It's just a random transmitter. That'll fit in there like that. That does up, you know. So there's plenty of different ways I could go around and have things, but this is a nice bag because it comes down like that. See that? See, look, it comes down like that. The little straps hold it there, so it just sort of dangles. It's nice. It's a really nice bag, and when I'm out and about, I sort of sit that there like that, and I can have it all out open however I want it. You know, I can have my toolbox like that. You know, I can even have it open inside there if I wanted to, and yeah, it's just a nice bag. It's just a nice way of having things. So that's what's in my RC bag. My RC little bag of bits that I just take whenever I go out with the cars, whether it be nitro or battery. Obviously, it goes without saying, if I'm not going out with a nitro car, if I'm going out with a battery car, I won't bother taking any fuel with me. I'll just take that out, have the toolbox in there. I'll leave the glow starters and stuff in there. I'm not going to take, I'll just take the heavy fuel out, and then I can just put my transmitter in there, and away we go. I can put some lunch in there, whatever I want, you know. It's not just for RC stuff, but nice one, you lot. So there we go, a quick short little video of what the little updates about my RC bag. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, if any of you lot have got any more suggestions, things that I should and could take along and have in that bag, by all means, what do you take in your bag? You know, what have you got in your little RC toolkit that you take with you? Do you have a bag? Do you have a toolbox that you carry? I mean, I like the bag because if I can park the car in a car park, I can start the nitro car up, put the bag on my back, and I can walk along with the transmitter in my hand. Obviously, I've got all my tools and everything on my back, and the fuel on my back, so I don't have to physically carry a toolbox because it's in the bag. That's what I like. I can walk for miles, you know, and drive the car and walk. So that's why I like having the bag. But yeah, what do you have in yours? Do you have any suggestions? Do you have any questions? Why have I got that in there? It's a pointless thing, but I think everything's pretty much relevant what's in there, to be honest. But anyway, I'll catch you on the next one, you lot. Enjoy yourselves and have a nice day.